Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Sardinia, where we're going to get another car that we're going to test out in the World Touring Car 800 to see if it's good enough to get the credits at the end of the race, and is it any quicker than the other cars that we've already done. Now look at this car, it's black and yellow. It's like a bee. You need bees and you need this car, because if you don't have any bees, the whole ecosystem just falls apart. It's the same with this car. When you're driving it, it's going to feel like an absolute tank. It's going to feel like you're driving at 5 miles an hour, but it's going to grip through every single corner. But incredibly, it's actually going to be absolutely rapid as well. You just don't think those two things go hand in hand, but it does with this car. So go ahead, hit the like button, tell me in the comments what you think of this, and also subscribe to the channel, because only 16.8% of you actually that watched my last video subscribe to the channel. So it'd be a massive help if you guys could just go ahead and smash that button. So let's have a look at the Bugatti VGT. Now if you're new to Gran Turismo 7 or you don't have this car yet, you need to pop into Brand Central to buy it. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive. It's actually reasonably affordable. I made this money back by the end of this testing of this race. So once you get in there, pop into Europe and go down into France. It's got French fashion, it's a Bugatti, and it's just gonna ooze class. So once you go in there, go into the showroom, and you're gonna look for the yellow one. It's this here, Bugatti VGT Group 1. It's gonna cost you 1 million credits. The reason I've gone for this one is because it's got low PP, so you need to detune it a lot less. You got a range of colours to choose from, all pretty good. The green one does look good, but we're going to go for the yellow because the yellow just stands out. It's summer, it needs to be that colour. And once you got it, look at this, you're just going to be presented with this absolute beauty. Once you've done that, you need to buy a couple of parts, and then you're going to need to do that. You need to pop into the tuning shop, just go down to the bottom, and once you're in there, we're going to go into Club Sport and buy the usual two things, the power restrictor for 800, and then we're going to go across and buy the ballast for 500. That's pretty much all you need, but because it's a World Touring Car 800, you need the racing hard tyres. You need racing tyres, it does come with them, but we go with the racing hard because it just allows you to get your PP points a little easier. That's my preference. You can probably tune it slightly different, but once you're in there, have a look at the racing tyres at the front, and they need to be the racing hard, and at the back as well. Your downforce is 899, and at the rear it's going to be 1998. Output adjustment 96, ballast 96, ballast position minus 25, and then the power restrictor at 96. I know there's a lot of 96s there. Take a screenshot. I'm going to pop this in the Discord, so go over there and check it out and look at the performance points in there. Bang on 800 PP, and that's exactly what you need for this race here at Sardinia. So remember, take a screenshot, pop into Discord and have a look for it there. Once you've done that and you need to find the race, pop over to the World Circuits. We're going to go into Europe, and then we'll go across into Italy and find the Sardinia road track. It's the last race on the right, it's this one here. Once you're in there, you've got everything ready to go, and you're just going to click the OK button. That's the only tyres you can use, so you don't need to worry too much about that. And in this race, there's 3 strategies you can use. I mean, the first 2 are going to be a one-stop, or the third one's going to be a non-stop. It really does depend what you really want. I prefer option 2, and I'll get to that in a second. But option 1 is doing a fuel mix 1. Now, you're going to go in fuel mix 1. You've got to do 8 laps on one stint and 7 on the other. But you're going to have to do fuel saving, because the car is not going to be able to do a whole 8 laps without fuel saving. I mean, you might be better than me. I struggled. I did it twice. I couldn't do it. So I had to lift and coast, and I had to save some fuel. My preference is fuel mix 2, as you can see in this race here. And it's going to give me a good amount of laps. I'm going to be able to do 8 laps very easily on one stint. And now, then it gives you 2 options. When you get into the pit stops, you're going to be either able to underfuel, or you're going to be able to get into a higher fuel mix. What I prefer to do is I prefer to be able to rev the car out and just get a bit more lap time. Your third option is to do a non-stop. You got to do the whole 15 laps on the same fuel, and that is going to come with its own challenges. You don't have to stop, so you will save time, but you're going to lose a lot of lap time. And unless you can do a 1 minute 40, you're probably not going to be well off doing that. The issue with that as well is you're going to have to do quite a bit of fuel saving. And it is going to cost you quite a lot of time as well. So up to you, whichever one you choose. All 3 do work in sub 25:30, but the one I did, check the time out at the end, that's a lot quicker. So that's what you have to figure out. And in terms of the car itself, the tyre wear is absolutely good. You don't need to worry about the tyres. Do not change your tyres at the pit stop. You can if you want, but you do not have to, because there'll be hardly any wear on it. At the end of lap 8 is where you're going to need to make your pit stop, and this is going to be quite crucial. Just remember, when you do get there, you're not going to need to change your tyres. Fuel wise, we've managed to stretch it, because I did lift and coast. I could have done a 7-lap stint and then do an 8-lap. I preferred to go the extra lap now and then fill up the car and just go as full pelt as I can and just get the best lap times possible. Look at the tyre wear, hardly anything on there. That's completely negligible. The car's going to pop in and then you're going to fill this car up with fuel. You don't have to go the way. Remember, the white dot is there. That's all you actually need, is the white dot, because based on the way you have been driving. But I prefer the extra fuel, because at this point I was literally going to floor it. And coming to the end of lap 15, look at this. This is the lap times with fuel mix 1, mix 6 and mix 2. The lap times are so much better in fuel mix 2. Mix 6, completely forget about it. It's not even worth attempting, unless you really want to have just a quiet, relaxed race. And this car will do it. I mean, it nearly put me to sleep because it was that easy. But yeah, that's your race there. We're going to cross the finish line with about 1.5 minutes ahead of second place. And bear in mind, this is in hard difficulty, so it's absolutely incredible. Look at the lap time, 24 minutes and 36 seconds, 5:38. We got there, clean race bonus, everything worked out for us. This is one of the quickest builds you're going to have at Sardinia. I mean, do tell me if I'm wrong, and if there is anything that can go Sardinia sub 24:30 and even sub 24. I don't think there's a sub 24, but let me know if I'm wrong. But again, look at the car. It looks absolutely stunning. It's brilliant to drive, economical, easy on the tires, and it's absolutely worth it, and it adds another car to your collection. So let me know what you think. Tell me in the comments down below. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for when I release any more videos. Don't forget, before you go, check out these other 2 builds that I've done for you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Chunky out.